Yo, what's up? It's your boy James Wise right here tuning in with another video, man. Shout out to everybody out there that's been taking care of themselves. Shout out to everybody that's been out there, just chilling, man. Chilling with y'all family, especially around this time. Shout out to everybody that has had a great Halloween so far, man. And just, it's good vibes so far, man. We just out here chilling. Actually, it's my second day of rehab today. Actually going into the facility and getting some work in. So just been stacking days on that. We gonna keep stacking days on that, and we gonna see it through with just faith and just with God and just keep pushing forward. But man, one thing that I did want to talk about that was just on my mind earlier today, just sitting down was really just sometimes your thoughts, the thoughts that we think, whether it's positive or negative, but mostly negative. Sometimes negative thoughts can put you in a mind space to where you might feel alone or you might feel lonely, even if you're around your friends or even if you're around people that but just in general, because obviously you don't want to put that type of pain or pressure on the other person because by telling them your problems and stuff like that, but you just rather keep it in or kind of internalize it, and I've been through that road, man. I've been through that road to where you will internalize so much stuff, so much it can be anxiety, anxiety or negative thoughts or anything like that, and you will just decide to internalize it because you feel like you got to be Superman towards everybody, or that you got to be Superwoman, anything in that nature. And I feel like when you keep your thoughts in, you're going to become lonely. You know what I'm saying? You go feel that way. At least you go feel alone. And the one thing I say about that is, especially sometimes, because I have moments like that too, is just being able to put yourself in a position to where you got to realize that you are the observer. I know I said this probably in my other videos a while back, like during the summer and everything, but bro, we are the observer of our thoughts. Everything that we think, everything that we create, or everything that we just manipulate in our mind or that we think about, we create that. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's positive or negative. And sometimes we may feel alone because first, like I said, you don't want to put that you don't want to put your problems on somebody else. Other people got problems too, but you don't want to put your problems on somebody else. But at the same time, you can't internalize that. You know what I'm saying? You got to express yourself, and you can't be afraid to be able to let that out. You know what I'm saying? Whether you got your friends around you or whatnot, don't ever feel that you're alone. And just in general, just that concept of just being alone, don't ever feel like you're alone, bro. It's nearly everybody, not just some people or a few people, but everybody go through things in their life to where you may feel alone about it, but it's not just you though. You know what I'm saying? It's everybody. We all human and we all in this, but it's everybody that go through that. So the people out there that may feel lonely or something, when they got thoughts and they may feel alone with it, sit with it. Sit with those thoughts. Don't run away from them, don't avoid them, but you got to embrace it. You got to sit with those thoughts, because the more you feel, that's how you heal. The more you feel a certain type of emotion that you may feel within that moment, and if you just sit with it and don't avoid it and just don't internalize it, but just rather analyze it instead of internalizing it, because I feel analyzing something is you are basically looking at yourself in the mirror, or just brainstorming when you on your downtime. And I say internalizing it is actually creating a pattern out of that. And creating patterns and stuff, especially negative thoughts, that can create toxic patterns and stuff that you don't want to create, rumination, thinking about the repeated thoughts every time, to where that stuff can drain your confidence, your boost esteem, your self-esteem and everything. You know what I'm saying? But rather sit with it, actually embrace it. I have figured out that embracing and accepting everything that comes into your life, when you just truly accept it and just embrace it for what it is, you grow through it. You don't go through it, but you grow through it. And when you grow through it, the whole time you look back and you figure out that, man, it was just a lesson from God that God was trying to teach you, within that moment. But yeah, sit with your thoughts, man. Don't ever feel alone. Use that alone time, for your good. You can use everything for your good. When you sitting alone and you think about your different thoughts, instead of just letting your thoughts turn you into a victim, turn your thoughts into a victim. Question them, challenge your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Challenge them, combat them with positive thoughts, because man, we got a whole life to live on this earth. You know what I'm saying? And being in your head so much, that's not going to allow you to like live a life that's fulfilled and that's prospering, that's a life that you want to live. You know what I'm saying? You gotta live a life for you, and you gotta live the life that you want to live and that you see. And like the more you live that way, the better you get out of yourself, and like the better you get out of your head, and also the better that you like the better that you accept and just see it for what it is. Like, man, these thoughts are never going to go away, because they don't. We create them, and we're going to forever create thoughts. But it's just all about like managing them, managing the like the negative thoughts, and like minimizing them as much as possible. And that's just like, man, that's just sitting with your thoughts and like just embracing them and just letting them come. But like, don't let them come like within a state of internalizing them. Let them come in like in a state of, okay, I'm analyzing it, not internalizing it, but I'm analyzing it, and I'm gonna release it. I'm gonna analyze it. Okay, analyze it in terms of, okay, well, what should I learn from this, and release it, man. Let it go. Because at the end of the day, like, bro, you can use that same energy that you stressing about and that you trying to internalize with. You can use that same energy to create something dope. Like, that's why, like, when I be alone or when I be on my downtime, like, I had seasons and like I had stages to where I use that, like I use those thoughts to, like, you know, penalize me. But at the same time, like, as I grow throughout my experiences and everything, I finally figured out that, man, the boring time is the best time, because everything is about perspective, and the boring time is the best time. Like, I create, like, I do art and stuff outside of basketball. Like, I draw a lot. Um, I love music. I love just everything about music, just like different genres and stuff like that. Like, I'm very diverse in what I do, and like, again, like, I make, you know, my own clothing lines will come out soon, bro. Like, simple, bro. I got so much stuff that I like to do, and that's because, like, you can use that lonely time, that alone time, you can use that for something that you like to do, whether it's a second hobby that you like to do, or anything that you're like invested in. Just like wherever your attention goes, like, your attention flows. And that's why I'm starting to notice about life too. Like, the more you pay attention to certain thing, the more, like, you're going to give it more attention and more power. So but the people out there that's like probably going through negative thoughts and they kind of feel alone, sit with them thoughts. Like, sit with it, analyze it, learn from it, and release it. Because, like, it's going to be a lot more thoughts on top of that the next day. Like God said in the Bible, God always said that only worry about peace today, because tomorrow holds its own trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all go through stuff every day, but worrying about the next day after the next day, and today is Tuesday, but you focus on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, it's only gonna crowd up so much, like, you know, errors and just a lot of distractions in your mind that you don't need. And you can be using that energy to be creating something that's dope, or that's something that you may like, or channel that energy to create something good. You know what I'm saying? Create something greater, like, within yourself or better than yourself. So, man, I say, man, sit with your thoughts, analyze them, learn from them, learn what you got, get out of it, and then just release it, let it go. Because at the end of the day, it's not going to serve you no good thinking about something that's already destroying you. You know what I'm saying? Bro, this is a season of thriving, man. Like, don't be in no survival mode, bro. Like, I get it. We all come through different thresholds, different roots, different backgrounds, and like, I definitely came through a tough background myself growing up. And I know how it is, you know what I'm saying, growing up, and sometimes it can be hard. But, man, you gotta realize, like, we got this far, and y'all, everybody's watching my YouTube video, like, we got this far, man. We got through it. You know what I'm saying? We got through it, and we grow through it. So, man, sit with your thoughts. Like, and secondly, bro, you are not alone. That's why I brought up that everybody go through something, because, bro, you're not alone. And just to give you some relief, man, like, you're not alone. Everybody goes through the same stuff, but it's just the perspective, like, the individual's perspective on how they should take or how they should respond to that negative thought is what's important, because that determines whether you're going to focus on that negative thought for a long time, for years, months, or just letting it go for days and just releasing it, and, you know, just freeing yourself from all that stuff to where you can be able to make space for the stuff that you really want to create and that you really want. And like, secondly, just coming from like the fundamentals of life, just the basic stuff, I say, is meditate. Like, I do that a lot. Like, meditation, like, you know, everybody talk about it, but meditation is definitely helpful. And like, it puts you like in a wave of just like presence. You know what I'm saying? Just being present all the time, and just being present as much as possible, because that's the only thing that exists. like nothing else. Like everything that we create is all just concepts and labels and stuff that we put on it, like a meaning we put behind something that makes it important. But really in life, man, like unexpected stuff go happen. Stuff that you didn't envision yourself going through will happen. And that's just how life is, but it's all about how you respond to it. And like respond to your thoughts when you're alone as I'm not alone. But at the same time, I'm gonna sit with these thoughts. I'm not gonna run away from them. Like I'm gonna face my shadow. Like I'm gonna face my inner demons, like my insecurities, and I'm gonna just face them and feel it and allow that to release from me because it don't serve me well. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to serve you well. So just being able to look at it from that perspective is always going to work out. Meditating, like breath work is always helpful, like in anything really. And in life, like managing your thoughts, like managing your mind, being an athlete, like in all things, like the breath is definitely a powerful tool that you can use. And like the third thing I say is, man, your thoughts is from your past experiences. Your thoughts is from like the past experiences like you created. You got to remember, like your mind is a probability machine. Like it's all about evidence and probability and like information that you give it. So whatever you give it, whether it's positive or negative, subconsciously like you're going to take that in and like your brain is going to dissect it, and whether it's real or not, it's going to make it true. It's going to find evidence to make it true. So if you just keep on beating yourself up and you keep on like just being alone with your thoughts and allowing your negative thoughts to cause you to be alone, then like your brain, then you keep on feeding your mind that, like it's going, like your brain is going to eventually feed your spirit that. And like the more that you feed your negative thoughts, like the more you're going to just keep putting yourself down, and then it's gonna get worse and worse. Like just look at that as like like an opportunity of growth. Look at it as like I look at every adversity as an opportunity of growth, because I know that I can get through this, and like I know that once I get through this, I'm gonna come out better. You know what I'm saying? So when you go through those thoughts to where you may feel alone and you like alone with your negative thoughts, always remember that you don't have to be in that situation. You don't have to do that to yourself, and you have the power to control that, and you have the power to shift that. So don't ever like let nobody tell you that you don't, and don't ever allow your own mind to tell you that you don't. Always be control of your mind and your emotions, because like the more calm you are, the more confident you are, and like the more optimal you are in terms of like whatever you want to do. But like the more you got chaos in your mind, and you may feel like everything is all over the place and distracted, which is okay, because like, you know, we human, we all go through stuff, and it's cool to be that way, and like accept that too. Like don't run away from that. Like don't run away from your flaws and imperfections. Like that's what make you who you are. So just always be confident in that, and always know that, man, like unexpected things is going to happen, but it's only temporary, because God is just testing your faith. And when you get through that, bro, you're going to be way much stronger and better than what you ever will be. And you'll be able to share your testimony to somebody else that might be in your family that's going through that, or just like your friends, or just anything. You know what I'm saying? So sit with your thoughts, analyze them, learn from them, release it, let it go. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe, man. Meditate. Focus on you. Give yourself that time to yourself to be able to regroup, and like give yourself that like that solitary, like just that time for yourself, because it's important. And third, like, man, like don't look back, man. Like you don't the one that's holding yourself back. You know what I'm saying? Like, and bro, get out the way and get to it. You know what I'm saying? And get to it for you, like not for nobody else. James Wiseman tuning out. Peace.